Welcome back, students. Mr. Holmes here. I'm going to talk to you about the project for this week. This is the first video for the project that I want you to watch. So I want to go over it briefly. I did record a video of me going through most of the assignment step by step and kind of learning Google Drawing myself again and walking you through what I'm expecting. It is on the longer side, but I encourage you to watch that. If you have any questions or concerns on the project, watch that first, then go ahead and reach out to me through email or Schoology, or of course, when I see you in class this week, you can also ask me then. So this week, we are asking you to create your own color schemes for 4 different compositions. 3 compositions are already laid out for you. See one with rectangles, one with spheres or circles, and another one is created with triangles. Okay. This 4th box, you're tasked to create your own composition of shapes. All right. Now, what you're doing with this in each of these main boxes is you're coloring in these shapes here with a different color scheme. There are 6 color schemes listed: the color triad, the monochromatic, analogous, complementary, split complementary, and tetradic. So those are 6 styles, and we only have 4 boxes. So that means you are only going to be choosing 4 of these styles to depict in your artwork this week. Now, when you do so, let's say you're working on this rectangular box first, you're going to be coloring in each of these boxes a different color based on your scheme you chose. So if you want to do complementary colors, every single box in this first composition will be one of those 2 complementary colors: gold, purple, red, green, blue, orange, and so on and so forth. I encourage you to use your color notes that you took earlier from the lesson to help you out with this project. All right. I'm going to want you to actually type out what colors you chose for which color scheme you did. All right. That is part of the assignment. So if you do not write out what colors you use, you will lose points. Okay. Because this is part of the directions and this is part of the project. So you're going to be coloring in all these shapes based on a color scheme of your choice. 1 color scheme per composition. And again, this last box here is going to be a composition of your own making, and you will still choose from one of these 6 color schemes listed. Now, here is an example of a work in progress. So for the rectangular composition, they chose to use a color triad. So they used red, yellow, and blue. Notice how all these rectangles and squares are red, yellow, or blue. Monochromatic for the circles. Look, he said blue. All you had to do is say, hey, I'm using blues, and sure enough, that's what he did. So it's really easy just to go ahead and write what colors you're using. You will lose points if you don't do that, all right? Gotta stress that. Cannot stress that enough. And then down here for the triangles, they went ahead and used split complementary: orange, blue, violet, and blue, green. That was their split complementary color choices. All right, so that's the project for this week. Again, I did post another video of me going through and actually creating a piece. I encourage you to watch that if you have any further questions, or just if you have some time and you want to see me talk through the creation of art, give you some pointers on the program. I highly recommend, though, for this week that you go ahead and print this out yourself and color it in. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to do it digitally. And if you don't have access to a printer, go ahead and recreate it to the best of your abilities on a piece of paper, on an unlined piece of paper, ideally, right? So that's the number 1 option, I would say, is either print it out or recreate it. If you have to, you can follow my tutorial on how to do it in Google Drawings. I just think it loses some of its elements, some of its oomph when you do it that way. All right, everybody. If you have any questions on this, feel free to email me, or hey, I'll see you in person this week. So talk with you all real soon.